Wendy Osefo getting deported, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner becoming friends with benefits, Kim Kardashian is quitting the entertainment business, and Carole Radziwill is back into Bravo. Girl, this and much more. Welcome to Pop Smash. Hello, everybody, troop. Welcome back. I'm your host, Andy Shademan, and I am hoping that you are having an amazing Sunday. We are relaxing. It is the Lord's Day before the last week of October. You hear that right, because next week it's all about Halloween for sure, and I guess living the rest of your days, right? But like, girl, next Friday is Halloween. We all know we're gonna be having a lot of fun. Am I right? And then it comes Turkey Month, which is a whole different game. All right, how are you guys? If you are new here, welcome to Beverly Troop, where I keep it real and I spill the tea all the time related to pop culture, reality TV, the Bravoverse, and more. So, if you are new, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And if you are joining me from my old YouTube channel, welcome home. You found us. We are growing this community over here. I know, like, slowly but surely, we are getting there. Um, little updates, I guess. I'm finally in conversations with YouTube about my other YouTube channel. Still is not monetized. We're not back, but at least I'm finally like getting some kind of answer. So we'll see what is going to happen over there. But anyways, even if for some reason I get my old YouTube channel back, it's definitely not going to be the same, because that channel for sure has been shadow banned. So this is our new home. Okay, so thank you for being here, and thank you for joining me, and thank you for subscribing and just having fun with me. All right, guys, so today we have an amazing show. They have a lot of like little pieces of tea here or there. So let's just start with what you guys are dying to know, and it's all related to Miss Wendy Osefo. There is a couple things happening here. Oh, sorry, let's move the camera. A couple things happening over here that I found quite interesting. Do you guys remember when I start, reporting on this whole Wendy Osefo situation? And I was like, look, Wendy, I have some advice for you because you have small kids, and I feel that this is the strategy that you and Eddie should, follow because you are parents, blah, 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 And you guys remember what that strategy was? I was like, blame it on Eddie, right? I know it sounds horrible, but like, you have two little kids, two or three, I don't remember. And I think, like, as a parent, you have to put your kids first, right? So I think it will be better if only one parent goes to jail, right? Well, that was just like my thing. That was just like the way that I was thinking. Well, now there are actual reports going out there that basically are saying that there is a big possibility that now, out of nowhere, Wendy might be throwing Eddie under the bus and basically telling the world that she did not know that Eddie did any of this, that it was everything his idea, and that they probably even gonna get a divorce. Now, look, again, we are here in the United States, innocent until proven guilty. Uh, there could still be a chance of, what if this is the truth? What if the Eddie actually, did everything and created the whole insurance scam, and Wendy did not know anything, right? I mean, I guess there is a chance, right? Everything is possible at the end of the day. The only thing that I found quite, I don't know, it's like on both sides, because Wendy is a very smart woman, you know. So why she didn't know that her family was being broke? Eddie is not such a powerful man, you know. I even will say, like, there is more of a chance that Erica Jane didn't know anything because Tom Girardi was literally one of the biggest attorneys in California. So okay, there might be a chance over there, but over here, Eddie is like a random person. I don't even know if he actually practice how you say law, right? So I'm like, how did you not know anything that was going on? That would be kind of like my first, red flag. Like, so you're gonna say that you were innocent and that he did everything. Again, as a parent's point of view, I will be like, okay, this is what you should do. But like as a legal person and as I like a regular person who is looking at this case, it doesn't make any sense. And also, didn't we saw emails of Eddie asking Wendy about what else could they put into the insurance claim that was stolen? And some of those things were like the marriage band, and all of that. And then Wendy wore them. I don't know. I mean, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but I think that's what they're trying to do over here. Also, there is a possibility that Wendy is trying to stretch this as much as she can so she can actually film and keep getting some kind of money until Bravo finally decided that, it is too much. At the end of the day, I know that a lot of people will say no, you cannot do anything else. But again, we rule by the law of innocent until proven guilty. So like Bravo could film just the way that they film every other housewife who has been into legal situations until the very end, because at the end of the day, they it is okay if they film until they are actually guilty. You know what I mean? That's why Erica Jane has been able to like keep filming so much. Yes, ethically it's not a good thing, but like business wise and I guessing legally wise, it kind of like makes sense. So apparently Wendy's gonna try to stretch her case as much as she can. So we have to wait and see how long she's gonna be able to stretch that as well. But now another report that is going out there is what I actually also said a long time ago. It was like, wait, aren't they gonna end up getting deported? Right? And this came to my mind because of what happened with Portia Williams' husband, right? He was also a scammer. He was also got caught. And after he was, charged and all of that, ICE was waiting for him, and then they deport him back to Nigeria, right? Well, according to this, it says that even though ICE has not made contact with them directly, nothing happens until that person case goes through the justice system. It says generally what happens is the individual goes to trial, they get a sentence, assuming they're found guilty, they are sent to serve their sentence, and then upon their serving their sentence, ICE pick them up, which is what happened with Joe Judice, right? He was guilty. He went to jail for 4 years. And because he was only a legal resident but never got his citizenship in like 30 years that he was in this country, then ICE took him and deported him, and then to Italy. And then he moved to the Bahamas where he could be kind of like close to his family, right? Um, so there is a big chance if they are found guilty and they are charged and they go to jail, that after going to jail they could get picked up by ICE and getting deported. Why? Because even though in this case Wendy and Eddie are citizens of the United States, they became citizens by naturalization, meaning that they were born in Nigeria, but then they were like brought here to the United States and then they become citizens. But you know how immigration law is happening right now in this country, which I am not very versed, but from what I heard, I think now, even if you are a citizen, if you have been naturalized and you commit a crime, I think they can take your nationality away and then deport you to whatever country you were actually born. It will be a mess, but there is a possibility that this is what is going to happen, because now, not even if you are a citizen, you are safe if you were not born in this country, basically, you know. um Again, don't quote me exactly on that, because I like immigration law right now here in the United States is a mess, and it could change from one day to another. But from what I heard, that is kind of like the possibility of my what happened over here. So they are putting in jeopardy their whole family again. That will make sense why, if as a couple, I will say you take the blame because you are not doing anything. You only have, your little weed, business that is really not making any money. I'm the housewife. I'm the one with the fandom. I'm the one who can bring in the bread. And then, even if he end up going to jail and then end up getting deported, then, he can also move to the Bahamas with Joe Judice or something. You know what I mean? So, there is still definitely a big road ahead. Now, what's interesting is that with all of this going on, Wendy Osefo has just rejoined social media, and she has been posting pictures, especially every single time that there is going to be a new episode. And this, I mean, I found it myself to be the most tone deaf picture. She just posted something today. She is like in a confessional, full glam kind of like thing, red dress, super like smiling and being happy. And I'm like, ma'am, you are in the middle of a fraud scandal and you are posting these pictures. Like, don't you understand, like, perception is everything? I mean, that right there, that kind of like behavior makes me not really want to support Wendy. And then I go to the comments, which I know for a fact because I have been watching the comments on her posts in different parts. And of course, she's receiving hate as well, a lot of hate of people being like, hey, what are you doing? And then I go to this post, there is none one bad comment, which means that is literally statistically like impossible. Okay, so she's literally deleting all of the bad comments and only leaving the positive comments of people who are like, you're amazing, you're great, you're this, you're that. And I found out to be so incredibly disturbing and out of touch. And I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, like this is not the way how you should be playing these cards. But anyways, housewives, I guess they are housewives for a reason, right? So that's what is happening with Miss Wendy Osefo. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, let's talk a little bit about this article coming from Radar Online that kind of like took me off guard. And I was like, what does this mean? They literally were saying that Ben Affleck was officially Jennifer Garner's, his first wife, new friends with benefits. And I'm like, what? Is super weird because we all know the connotation of friends with benefits. And benefit usually is not like, oh, I can give you a hug or a good advice. No, benefit is everything that is going to happen in your bedroom or a couch or the floor or, a car or wherever. So I'm like, what do you mean? Because, yes, Ben Affleck is no longer with Jennifer Lopez, right? But the last thing that I heard, Jennifer Garner actually has a boyfriend, which I think is a fiance. So is this like an open situation? Like this is like super weird to me. But then upon reading the article, it becomes even weirder because it's kind of like a friends with like emotional benefits. It's like super weird, guys. So I want to like look at this. It literally says that a source close to the pair says that the friendship has recently taken a more intimate turn, with both relying on their deep emotional bond and shared history for comfort following turbulent years in their personal life. Jen and Ben has always shared a really powerful bond. It's built on years of love, trust, and family. Lately, that closeness have depended. They have been turning to each other for comfort and is naturally become something more intimate. According to insiders, the arrangement isn't about rekindling a full blown romance, but rather a complex mix of affection, nostalgia, and emotional safety. It's not about them getting back together, it's about finding comfort in someone who knows you completely. They have weathered addiction, divorce, and years of co parenting. That kind of shared history creates a connection most people could never understand. Uh, she has been completely honest with Ben about where they stand. There are firm boundaries. No staying over, no date night, and no talk about what come next. Jen loved John and still intends to marry him, but what she shares with Ben is something separate. It's built on a history of and mutual understanding, not on trying to relive their marriage. I am so confused. I'm so sorry. Are they going to be a throuple? Is this like they're only allowed to hook up? Is sex involved in this? Like, what is this article? I mean, this is the well. I mean, look, this is Hollywood. In Hollywood, anything is possible. You know, everyone is in a different arrangements, different marriages, openness, triple, four plus, you know, polyamorous. Like, there is everything when it comes to Hollywood, right? So I am not surprised about that. But this is so confusing. It's like, okay, so you love each other, but you are not really gonna be together because Jen is also in love with this guy. But now those two are okay with Jennifer hooking up with Ben. Like, my God, like, girl. I mean, good for them. I mean, if it's gonna work out, if it's gonna work out, but like, there was a lot of reports when Ben Affleck was with Jennifer Lopez, and he was getting during the divorce, you know, and Ben Affleck was getting close to Jennifer Garner because Jennifer Garner was actually helping Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez to stay together. And I was like, okay, and they were saying that, you know, her boyfriend was very upset that Jennifer Garner was spending all of this time with Ben Affleck. So what changed? Is it like an ultimatum? Is it like Jennifer Garner saying like, you know, boo, I love you, but I also need to like, you know, do things with Ben, and there is nothing that you can do? Like, do they all three sleep together? Is there anything going on between John and Ben? What is going on over here? I don't know. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about all of this craziness. All right, let's talk very quickly about the royal family. There has been a lot of things going on. On one side, we have King Charles taking away everything from Prince Andrew, as Prince Andrew, uh, um, let go of all of his, royal titles and all of that, giving, the whole Epstein, scandal and, all of that situation, right? It's been said that Prince Andrew is supposed to leave, this huge castle mansion wherever he lives, but now it's being said that King Charles have to pay him money because there was a lease that legally he was supposed to be able to live there until 2075. And he has spent a lot, like millions and millions of pounds renovating the place and all of that. And now, apparently, now the King Charles is going to have to, or the royalty, I don't know, is going to have to pay him something in order for him to like leave the place. I don't know. Bureaucracy, weird shit happening in there. But then now we have Prince William on the other side, which apparently he has been livid because his brother Prince Harry is plotting his comeback to the UK. I've talked about this for a while, especially since Prince Harry went on and finally got that meeting with King Charles, and King Charles apparently wants to like play nice with Prince Harry, but Prince William is like furious and he does not want any reconciliation. And it's apparently it's getting a little bit out of control. Apparently, like because King Charles still the king, he could give a lot of power, or benefits to Prince Harry if he wants to. But Prince William does not want any of that, especially because he wants to block Meghan Markle from ever returning to the United Kingdom. And apparently, it also comes down to Kate Middleton, and they're saying that Kate Middleton hates Meghan Markle and that they do not want her to return whatsoever. And now the question is, will Prince Harry leave Meghan Markle to return to with the family, or will he fight for Meghan Markle and with Meghan Markle to establish, whatever reunion? Girl, the royalty is so complicated, and I still don't get it because it's like, girl, you don't even have any power. Like this is wild. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now let's talk a little bit about Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian is going around saying that there is a very big chance that she is ready to leave her Kim K persona. Okay, as you know, Kim finally graduated from being a lawyer. She did the bar. She's waiting for the results, and I know. I mean, there are people out there who just want to hate her because she's a reality star or whatever, and they don't even like spend the time to like getting to know Kim Kardashian. But girl, Kim Kardashian has been doing so much, and she actually went to school for 6 years to become a lawyer, and she actually did the whole bar thing. Okay, so like if she becomes a full-on lawyer, it's because of her hard work, and she is entitled to do whatever she wants to do now moving forward. Now she says that she's ready to give up her Kim K persona in 10 years from now. The reality star says she wants to be a trial lawyer after taking the bar exam in July. And it says, I will be qualified in 2 weeks. I hope I practice law. Maybe in 10 years, I think I will give up being Kim K and be a trial lawyer. That's what I really want. You know what? Whatever I hear, yes, I know she has privilege and money and blah, blah, blah. But you know what really like teach me this, that you can all honestly become whatever you want to become, no matter what time in your life you are, no matter how old you are. If you really want something to happen, bitch, you can make it happen. You can start a whole new career. You can go back to school. You can do absolutely everything. And I'm very impressed with Kim Kardashian over that. So let me know what you guys think on the comments below. Okay, now another news, Katy Perry has officially acknowledged that she is dating Justin Trudeau. Yes, ex Prime Minister, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. I mean, we have talked about this. There has been rumors everywhere. Then there were the pictures of the two of them cuddling in the yacht, and all of that. Well, finally, on Katy Perry's birthday, they were caught by the paparazzis leaving a restaurant. They were holding hands. They were celebrating her birthday, and they finally came out of that closet and basically say, yes, we are dating. We are a couple. I ship them completely. I really hope that this is gonna go the distance, because they look really good together. And I am a big fan of Katy Perry. I really want her to be happy and to find, the right man for her. And Justin, I mean, he has always been very nice from what we have seen. So, and he's not prime minister anymore, so I'm guessing he has more time to actually be there. So I'm happy for her. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now let's jump back a little bit to Bravo. There is a couple news over here. I think you already saw the trailer for Married to Medicine. Season 12 is coming. There has been a lot of conversations about around Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine has been a very successful show, but has been lacking in the past few seasons. And a lot of people have been very worried that it was going to get canceled. The relationships are broken. There was a lot of fakeness. Things were not like adding up. Honestly, adding Phaedra to the cast, it did a little bit of good, but then it ended up really being really bad, like because it didn't make any sense. It's like you supposed to be married to medicine. Like, what is like a random person? And I think the only one who gets a pass has been Quad, but at least she was married to medicine. you know. So but yeah. Anyways, the new season is here. We have two newbies. We have the cast, but I think the big change that honestly everyone is kind of like talking about is the fact that Doctor Heavenly has been demoted to a friend of the show. hmm In an interview, she, accepted that the reason why she was demoted to be a friend of the show is because she's running for, I want to say Congress. She's running for office for something, but like, so apparently there is a clause in the Bravo contracts that said that you cannot run for office if you are filming whatever reality TV show that you are filming for Bravo. And she says that there was a lot of conversations, that there was a lot of lawyers involved, that they have to go back and forward, that it took them 8 weeks to negotiate that contract. So that's why we are probably not going to be seeing Dr. Heavenly during most of the show until like probably after the half of the show, because that's when she's going to be able to join the ladies again. And but she is convinced that she's gonna win. Look, I like Heavenly, but she's giving me a lot of like fanatic vibes. So I'm like, I don't know. you know, she literally saying like God is talking to me, and God is telling me to do this, and God is telling me to do that, and I'm like, are you sure that God is not gonna tell you to like burn your house down with your family inside of it? Like, should we be checking for those voices? Because I don't know if I want someone in office who is literally saying that they are talking to something that, you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, apparently there is the reason, and also they are trying to uh, shake things into the Merit to Medicine cast. They're bringing two newbies. They are nurses. They have actually careers, on medicine. That's interesting right there. But also, one of them is actually going to be a friend of Quad, which is very interesting because I don't think we have actually seen Quads having actual friends on the cast. So I think it's going to be very good. I am very excited. Most of the cast, is returning. Dr. Jackie, Dr. Simon, Toya, Contessa. I think she's also returning to the show. Dr. Mimi is returning, which is very interesting because I actually kind of like really like her. Quad, of course. So I think it's going to be a good season. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if we can like forget about the whole Phaedra fiasco, and then kind of like move on with the actual show. So let me know what you guys think on the comments below about that one. Now, Radio Andy celebrated their 10-year anniversary. There was a party. A lot of people were there. And a lot of Real Housewives of New York were there. Ramona Singer, Luanda Lesseps during the medley. And one person that was very surprised to be there was Carole Radziwill. Well, they sit down with Jeff Lewis, Andy Cohen, and Caroline. Carol. I don't know what's a Caroline. And they were like having conversations. And Jeff Lewis kind of like tried to put Andy Cohen on the spot right there, saying like, "Look, please tell us what is going on, because I believe that Carol is returning to the Bravoverse. Why? Because Carol has officially been invited to join BravoCon, and people are going crazy." Now, Andy Cohen did not want to say anything, but Jeff said, let me be the first one to say here that Carol is going to be returning to Bravo. And there must be something in the works because Bravo does not invite people to BravoCon. That has nothing to do with the Bravoverse, okay? With the active Bravoverse, which is very interesting after what Luanda Lesseps said as well. I am kind of like starting to believe that there might be a chance that some of these women might be joining Real Housewives of New York. If Bravo do this, girl, there might be a chance we recover Real Housewife of New York. Because if we get, imagine Carole Radziwill, Luanda Lesseps, hopefully during the medley, Erin Litchi, Saida Silva and Giselle Tank, girl, I will watch that show hands down. Okay. And then give me actually I keep saying I want Raquel Chevron back because I really like her. So we can have 7 housewives and even Jenna Lyons as a friend of the show. Tell me that is not perfection right there. So, anyways, but there might be also a possibility that Carol is working for another Bravo show. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I am very excited. Actually, like Carol, I do think that Bethany Frankel must be like pissed somewhere, But girl, you brought this to yourself. All right. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think on the comments below over there. Now, last but not least, we have a little bit of information about Real Housewife of New Jersey. This is coming from Bravo and Cocktails, but they are saying that Real Housewives of New Jersey won't be filming until after the new year. So if they're gonna start filming in 2026, that will mean that we're not gonna getting a new season until the end of 2026 or even 2027. But anyways, it says that however, they're still planning to have an update for fans at BravoCon next month. New girls won't be revealed though. Now it says that Gia Cassie, DJ Envy's wife, have been approached for years but has always turned down the offer. Now that the show is rebooting and there is a possibility that she will agree, it seems likely. Apparently, she had lunch with Teresa Giudice yesterday, and between her wealth and the big family, she seems like what Bravo wants to elevate the Garden State. Now, apparently, Bravo is trying to move into really bringing wealth to all of the franchises. Well, I'm down to it. But what's really interesting here is if they are introducing new women to Teresa Giudice, there is a big possibility that Teresa is returning to the next season of New Jersey. Teresa, Dolores, Melissa, maybe. You know, I don't know. At this point, I will take anything as long as Teresa is back. But let's wait and see. So, anyways, whew, that's it for today, guys. I told you it was not a long show, but it was a lot of like little news. So I want to read every single one of your comment, guys, for every single topic down below. So thank you for watching. You guys are amazing. If you want to follow me on my social media, you can find me as The Real Andy Shademan across all platforms. Go and follow me everywhere. If you want to support my channel, the only way that you can do it right now is following the link on the description below. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, watch, rewatch, and triple watch not only this but every single video that you find of me on this channel. And hopefully we are on our way to get this channel monetized someday. I don't know. But anyways, thank you for your support. You guys are amazing. I love you, and I'll see you around. See ya. Bye.